Thanks for watching, everybody. We go around America. Now we stop in Northwest Arkansas. We're talking to Matt Tate, who's with the American Survival Company. More on that in a second. Matthew, thank you so much for taking the time.
Absolutely. Thanks for having me.
All right, we're going to get to the American Survival Company here in a second, but I want to get your background. You have a military background. Nash, why don't you explain to everyone your military background?
Okay. I served for 9 years in the Oklahoma National Guard as an engineer, doing heavy equipment. We're trained in demolitions, but primarily our mission was heavy equipment. So whether that was building roads or buildings or destroying those same things, we had the capabilities to do that too.
All right, and you also did a tour in the Middle East, in Fallujah specifically, correct?
Yes, back in 04 and 05, my battalion was sent to Fallujah, and so we did a year there, attached to the 1st Marine Division, and it was definitely the wild, wild west back then.
Yeah, and as an engineer, you were basically told to do something, and your job was to get it done.
Absolutely. And I think that's, with most soldiers or units, they give you a mission, and they don't care how you get it done. They just care that it gets done.
All right, American Survival Company, what is this?
So American Survival Company, myself and my business partner, Joel Graves, we'd been teaching for probably 4 years. At the time, we just decided we were going to start our own company, and we did that. And essentially what we do is we kind of cover the gamut from the individual who's never even camped outside, or maybe they just like to hike and want to have some extra skills in case something goes bad on a hike, all the way to being able to disappear into the woods with just a knife and live indefinitely, and kind of everything in between. So we offer, the primitive wilderness skills, using modern tools, and then we also offer like our urban survival, so anti-abduction, anti-kidnapping, those types of things. Just runs the gamut. So I always tell people in a nutshell, the easiest way to describe it is how to help yourself if help isn't coming.
Right, and I believe the tagline for the American Survival Company is something to the effect of, we prepare you for your worst day, so it's not your last day.
Absolutely. That sums it up.
All right, I may not be the most handy guy in the world, Matt. Could you take me for one day and prepare me to survive, say, out in the wilderness or out in the woods or something like that?
What we can do in one day, statistics show that people who die in the wilderness, the highest percentage of those people are people who don't survive the first night. Mm-hmm. So I'm not going to take you in one day and turn you to an expert, but I can take you in one day and give you a skill set that'll help you survive that first night when we're talking about shelter, water, fire, medical, and those types of things. That's just a crash course to make sure that you can survive that first night. Most people, if they can survive that first 24 hours, then they wind up surviving that ordeal, whether it takes them 3 or 5 days to get out.
And my guess would be the top 2 things would be how to get water and how to stay warm.
Absolutely. Our bodies can go a long time without food. We've got the rules of 3, so 3 minutes without air, 3 hours without some kind of shelter in bad conditions, 3 days without water, and then 3 weeks without food. So shelter and water are priorities for
And you also do a fight club where you teach, say, women specifically, in a day how to defend themselves and fend off an attack.
Absolutely. And we're always really straightforward. Our intent is not to try and get people to believe we're going to make them an expert in a day. We're going to give you tools to employ in the event of something like that. And then that should just be scratching the surface. You should always continue to train.
Matthew Tate, thank you so much. American Survival Company, Google them. They're in Jacksonville. You're in a few different locations, but home base is Jacksonville. Thank you so much for your time.
Yes, sir. Thank you guys for having us on.
All right, we're in Northwest Arkansas talking survival as we go around America. I'm Vic McCarty for NewsNet.